Hello my sparkling dew droplets. Today I'm doing a video on Skincare 101 and I am super stoked about it. This is actually the first video in a giant series of videos that is going to cover the basics of everything skincare and makeup related. My goal is to be putting out new videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting today of Monday. If you have been subscribed for a while, you know that my schedule is a little cray-cray and I'm not always the best at getting content out. So I guess basically peer pressure me, and if I'm not uploading as often as you want, it's like keep yelling at me. A lot of you do that already and it's actually super helpful. Anyway, I'm super excited. I'm gonna start with skincare and then I'm basically gonna go in the order that I do makeup on somebody's face, and I'm just gonna make sure we're all on the same page and have that foundation, because I feel like most people think, oh, I'm supposed to do my makeup every day and I'm supposed to take care of my skin every day and I should just know how to do those things, but a lot of the time, nobody has actually taught you how to do those things. There's a lot of information in different places, but I thought it would be helpful to just like kind of say it all in order so that there's just like a resource that you can go to and feel like you know what you're doing. All right, let's get started. So first of all, my approach to teaching is I like to address the why of each step, and that way you can feel sort of more empowered to address the issues that come up individually for you, and you can think more critically because you're like, oh, I understand this. I've not just been told like a tip, you know what I mean? So this video today is going to cover like the most basic skincare routine that one should possibly have. I'm not going to get into like anti-aging or fighting acne or anything like that in depth. I'm basically going to cover like, this is maintaining without doing any extra things. But very quickly, I will make videos that kind of build off of this information with more advanced techniques, and that's sort of my plan for this whole series. And I'm not just going to be doing these videos, I'll keep doing tutorials and product reviews and having guests on and stuff like that. But there will be sort of this like thing going on always of just building on the information that we have so far. Okay, so when it comes to skincare, there's a few sort of mental things that I want people to be aware of. First of all, I think it's important to, in a lot of cases, have a little bit of an attitude shift, because it seems like a lot of people have a lot of stress around skincare, like they're fighting their skin or they don't like how their skin looks, and there's just a lot of negativity. And I think that instead of viewing it as a chore or something that you're fighting against, skincare is self-care. It's a nice thing that we get to do, and I think it can be really simple and pleasant and relaxing. And so instead of viewing it as I'm trying to fix these problems with my skin, or, oh, I have to wash my face, let's try to shift a little bit into like, oh, this is like a little spa thing that I get to do, and focus more on sort of like feeding your skin and taking care of it and being grateful for it, and that it protects all of your body from spilling out onto the floor. Like, hey skin, that's nice, thanks bro, here's a little treat. But anyway, let's try to be grateful for our skin and focus on feeding it and taking care of it instead of being frustrated with it. Because, and I really understand this because I have had really bad skin at points in my life, it can feel very hopeless when you've been trying things for a long time and nothing's improving. But I'm telling you, your skin can improve and you can have great, healthy, beautiful skin. There's no reason why you can't have that. So let's start there with the attitude shift to feeling positive and grateful for it and trusting that your skin can improve. So I feel really strongly that the first step to taking care of your skin is taking care of your body and self in general, because to me, the skin is sort of like the check engine light of your being. Some people's check engine light does not respond that quickly, and so there's people that maybe they aren't as healthy as they could be, but their skin is fine. But then there's people like me who, as soon as things are out of balance, my skin's like, hey, I'm gonna look shitty till you address this. Cool? Cool? So the first thing we should be doing is cleaning up our diets, drinking water, lowering stress, getting rest, and getting exercise. Obviously, those are all things we should be doing anyway, and they're super vague and annoying, and you hear them constantly, but I'm gonna do a few quick videos on some of those things too, just because I feel like giving you specifics will be helpful. For example, I can give you one right now. If you want to exercise but are having a hard time, you should download the app Down Dog. It's a yoga app and you can do it at your house. They give me no money whatsoever. They don't know that I exist, but it is amazing, and it's a really great way to just bring exercise into your life if it's hard. Okay, so now getting into the specific steps of a basic skincare routine, starting with cleansing. You probably already know that you should be washing your face. I imagine that's not brand new information, but there are a lot of different avenues that you can take with this step. So here are the things that you should be looking for in my not particularly humble opinion. I think that cleansers have the most simple job of any skincare step, and they get handed way too much stuff to deal with. Cleansers should clean shit off of your face without being stripping or disrupting your skin's barrier. So I am all about gentle skin cleansers like the Cetaphil one or the Cerave one or balm or oil cleansers. I'm not into things that are soapy or sudsy or harsh or stripping. For whatever reason, I personally blame skincare marketing in the 90s and early 2000s. People are terrified of oil and everybody thinks that they have oily skin. Some people have oily skin, but most people have dehydrated or out of balance skin. Oil is not the enemy, it's actually like BFFs with your skin, and stripping it away with like soapy cleansers does not actually do you any favors. And even if you do have excess oil on your skin, using cleansers like that is not going to lower the amount of oil that your skin is producing throughout the day. If anything, making your skin out of balance by giving that sensation of like, oh, all the oil's gone is going to cause your skin to make even more. So that's why regardless of skin type, even if you have oily skin, I say just use something gentle and balancing so that your skin is never getting that feeling like, oh, all the oil's gone, I need to be confused now. And if you're worried because you're dealing with acne, oil does not equal acne. Lack of balance in your skin, bacteria, and poor exfoliation equal acne, but oil, not so much. Also, if that is what you're dealing with, I have already done a video on acne treatment. I will link it below so you can absorb that into your face. So yeah, just remember that your face is not like a skillet. You don't need to like scrub it with degreaser to get it clean. It's more like a piece of leather furniture, you know, where it's like, yeah, you want to clean it, but if you dry it out, then it's gonna get shitty. You're welcome for the glamorous comparison. I hope you enjoy your furniture face. Cleansers that I love, the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser, the Cerave Cleanser, they're very similar, and the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm are all fantastical. Exfoliation! So neglected, so important. It is my favorite part of the skincare routine. You can exfoliate with scrubs and things like that, but honestly, I'm kind of tired of even talking about that because I really just want everybody to be using a chemical exfoliant. There, I said it. Chemical exfoliants come in AHAs or BHAs, or sometimes like a mixture of both. AHA stands for alpha hydroxy acid, BHA stands for beta hydroxy acid. Either one function by basically being an acid that eats off the dead layers of skin on your face, which sounds terrifying, but is actually quite gentle, assuming that it's a well-formulated product. I like them because they are very even. When you use a scrub, you're not necessarily scrubbing evenly. There's some user error there, but when you use a chemical exfoliant, you can kind of just put it all on and just let your face be eaten. They also just work really well. Exfoliation helps with the obvious things like dry, flaky skin, but beyond that, it also is hugely helpful for treating acne, the appearance of fine lines, the appearance of large pores, how well your makeup sits, how well your makeup lasts, and just generally how good your skin looks. I will do a whole exfoliation video soon, but just to quickly sum up, AHAs are really good at dealing with surface issues on the skin because they are not oil soluble, they're water soluble. So an AHA exfoliant will be able to get the dry skin off of your face and help with pigmentation and things like that, but it's not going to be super effective at getting down inside your pores because your pores are filled with oil and it won't really be able to get past that very well. Well, BHAs also deal with the surface issues, but they are oil soluble, so they are better at cleaning out inside the pore as well, making them ideal for people with acne. Some of my favorite chemical exfoliants are the Glow Tonic by Pixi, which is a very affordable option. My personal fave is the Paula's Choice 2% BHA, which I use daily. And then a more expensive option, but that is really good and a lot of people like, is the Dr. Dennis Gross little pads. Those are actually a blend, I believe, of AHAs and BHAs. But whatever you use it. Because like I said before, I feel like cleansers get handed a lot of jobs that don't belong to them, and if people just exfoliated regularly, so many things would improve. And the last component of your most basic skincare routine is hydrating. This is an area where how naturally oily your skin has more of an impact than I think it should have on what cleanser you choose. This is probably obvious, but if you have very dry skin, you want to use a more emollient moisturizer, and if you have more oily skin, then you don't have to. You can pretty much let the texture of the different moisturizers that you're considering tell you whether or not they're suitable for your skin type. So if you have very dry skin, you want to use something more emollient, maybe a thicker cream or an oil, whereas if you have more oily skin, then you might want to stick with something with more of like a gel or a light lotion consistency. And if you're in the middle, then use whatever you want. It's nice to use moisturizers that have added benefits like antioxidants or cell communicating ingredients like niacinamide or ceramide. If things like antioxidants and niacinamide is like this right now, don't worry, like literally next week I have a video coming out where I go more in detail about different skincare things. This is just covering the basics, but basically you want to hydrate with something that is suitable for your skin's natural hydration level. And don't be afraid to moisturize, especially if you feel like you have oily skin. Don't use that as a reason to skip this step. I know some people do that, but like I said, you're not going to affect how much oil your skin is producing in any positive way by making it feel dry some of the time. So keep it hydrated. The message that I really wish I could drive home to most people is exfoliate and hydrate more. Okay, so now that we have an overview of sort of the 3 main components of a basic skincare technique, let's talk about what that would look like in practice. I'll use myself as an example, but I will subtract away the more advanced things that I do, and I will get into those as they become relevant in videos. Sorry if this feels like I'm giving you guys like knowledge blue ball right now. In the morning, I wash my face with a gentle skin cleanser. I tend to alternate between the Cetaphil one and the Clinique Balm. I use warm water and then I blot my face dry and I put on moisturizer. The important thing to keep in mind when you're hydrating your skin for the day is that you need to wear SPF. Gosh darn it. SPF is crazy important, and the only reason I didn't list it officially in the cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize categories is because I lump it in with moisturization because sunscreens do hydrate you as well. So when you put your moisturizer on in the morning, you either need to use a moisturizer that has sunscreen in it, or you need to put on moisturizer and then put on sunscreen. I've also already made a video about SPF and how it works. I will link that in the description box as well. You should definitely watch it because it is super important, super important. My holy grail sunscreen is the Kiss My Face SPF 30, and I use that just as my moisturizer and sunscreen in the mornings after I wash my face. I use it in my kit constantly. I talk about it to you guys constantly. Everyone wants me to stop talking. Okay, in the evening, things are switching up a little bit. First of all, let me introduce you, if you've not already been introduced, to the concept of the double cleanse. At the end of the day, on your face, you have makeup and or random pollutants and crap from just living on the planet Earth. No offense, planet Earth. Totally, it's not you, it's us. We're the problem. Sorry. Anyway, because we want to stick to gentle skin cleansers that aren't disrupting the balance, you really need to use something first to take all the crap off and then wash your face. Gentle non-foaming cleansers like the Cetaphil or the Cerave aren't super great at removing like makeup and grime, but micellar waters and balms and oils are. So first I use either like a micellar water on a washcloth to take everything off, or I'll do the balm or oil and take it off with like a warm washcloth. Then I will wash my face regularly with whatever cleanser I'm using. This just ensures that you actually get your face clean. Next step, exfoliate. Notice I didn't exfoliate in the morning. You can, I personally do not. The Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid that I use says to use it twice a day, I think, on the bottle, but when I first got it, I was like, I'll see what happens with once a day, and that's been great, so I don't feel the need to overdo it. Plus, I like to limit the number of layers of product that I put on my face in the morning under makeup. So I just pour out a little bit of the liquid exfoliant and I massage it into my face, and that's the end of that step. It's very easy. I give that a couple minutes to absorb and then I hydrate. I really love the Cerave PM moisturizer. It has a good blend of cell communicating ingredients, so it's nice, it's fragrance free, so it's non-irritating, and it's just a good medium moisturizer. It's not super heavy or super light. And that would be the end of your survivalist skincare routine. I also like to use some different masks and serums and things like that, and I will get into that next week, but for now, there you go. If you aren't taking care of your skin, you don't know where to start, hopefully this was helpful to you. I would appreciate it so much if those of you that have skincare products that you really love would comment on this video what they are. It's helpful to me. I've gotten a lot of great recommendations from you guys, but it's also super helpful to the other people viewing because I am super hesitant about giving recommendations for skincare products because it's so personal, and I don't like to recommend things unless I've used them a lot in my kit or on myself. And I'm not a big risk taker because I don't want to mess with people's skin. So I think it helps when you guys can all kind of like vouch for different things and people can have more to go off of than just my recommendations. All right, thanks so much for watching. I am so excited about this. I really hope you guys learn a ton. I can't tell you how much it means to me when you message me and you comment and you talk about the ways that your skin has improved or your makeup has improved. Like it, honestly, it makes me feel, feelings, and I'm dead inside, so. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at Kiki G Makeup. Twitter is the best place to ask me quick questions and get quick answers quickly. Also, not to brag, but my Insta stories have been hilarious lately. And you should probably subscribe to this channel or the fires of hell will engulf you? We'll see. That sounds true. Don't forget to like this video if you liked this video, and if you did not like it, shout out to you. One person that dislikes all of my videos. I really appreciate your bravery in clicking that thumbs down button. Alright, that's it. I'll see you fools in a couple days. Bye.